Oh, good evening. I wanted to share this. This is not really a tutorial, it's kind of a show and tell. So I'm going to put it in that category. And this is a little design I came up with after having made some other designs using this particular technique. This is called an easel, and it's made from cardstock. And what I did was I used a piece that's 8.5. Let me see. I wrote everything down. I don't know why I'm trying to guess my way through this. That's why I wrote everything down. Yep. All right. So the base, the base is 110-pound cardstock. I find that works really good for the easels. Anything lighter tends to be, not really sturdy enough. So I use the 110-pound. That's the brown paper. That's the 110-pound um, um, cardstock, right? And then it measures 8.5 by 3 inches, and then you score it at 6 inches, 7 inches, and 8 inches, and you're going to end up with two panels, 3 inches, 3 inches, and then the 2.5 inches is from this little stand that's created from the spacing in between. So that actually measures 2.5 inches. So I just said to myself, um, I want this to be 3 inches by 3 inches. So I said, well, I'm going to need three for the front panel, three for the back panel, plus the easel portion. So that was 3 inches plus three more was 6 inches plus a 2.5 for the fold, 8.5 inches. And you can pretty much create any size just as long as you take whatever measurement it is and divide it by 2 so that you know that you have even parts for the front and back, and then add the 2.5 for the easel portion. So if you're using 8.5 cardstock, you can't have anything longer than, well, if you're using 8.5 by 11 cardstock, you can't have anything longer than 11 inches. So you might have to scale it back, to within that measurement range. So if that makes sense, kind of. Anyway, so yeah, that's the base part. And then these two pieces, two panels, measure 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. And in this design, I used flocked paper. That's what makes it appear to be a rich, deep, velvety black, because it is, it's got that, it's like a velvety paper. So, but it's really called flocked. I think if you look for it under velvet or flock paper, you might find it. But now there's a velvet paper that's used for jewelry boxes, and it's a lot heavier. So this flocked paper would be more appropriate for cards than the other one. It would be too heavy. Okay, so I have that on the front and on the back, and I also have a little ornament on the back as well. You can make these without the back panel, but I like to put the back panel. And then I said, well, since I'm using the back panel, I might as well make use of it. So I attached a little card on the inside. And the measurement for the card is 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. So total you need a piece in total length of 5.5 inches for the card. And then you're going to score it down the middle. All right, so that's the card part, and then that's attached actually. Um, that's attached to the back of the easel, and then you attach the top panel, this portion, to the card. So then it looks just like the panel until you lift it up, and then you see it's a little card inside. Now what I did on the inside was for the note card, I measured a piece 2.5 by 2.5. Now this piece is a little raggedy. I measured it again, and it's not exactly 2.5. So, but that's what it should be. That's the measure I wanted. So I must have cut it wrong or something like that. So that's why I like dies, because with dies you get perfect cuts and perfect size every time. Since I'm messing with this right now, I just have to mention that this is the Tombow glue, and this stickiness will come off. It's very interesting glue. It's this is it. It's called mono multi liquid glue, and it's very interesting. It's a liquid, but when it dries, it's kind of gummy, and this will just roll off. I can when it gets a little drier, I can pick it up with an eraser, so that'll come off. I'm not worried about that. But since I was messing with it, I thought I'd go ahead and mention it. Okay, so for the closure part, what I did was I used magnetic paper, and I cut magnetic paper, these little dots from the magnetic paper, this little die piece from the magnetic paper, and another little magnet piece that's attached to it. And I did that because it kept popping open. And then I also realized that it probably kept popping open because I didn't really like burnish down that fold for the card. I was just in such a hurry to put it together because I was so excited about the idea. I said, "Oh my goodness, I can't wait to put this together." So I kind of rushed through it. The next one will be better, I'm sure. But I just had to share this. So I think it's really cute. It's just an extension of, the use of that easel, using the easel for cards and for calendars, which is what I had originally been making. Then I said, well, what else can I use this particular thing for? So then I just started putting some things together. And then on top here, I have a little crown, and I've attached some die cut embellishment, pearl. The paper behind is embossed, and I used some Wink Stella. I got another one. I just had a silvery one, which I use on this little magnet piece on the inside on the bottom. I don't know if you can see it or not. But, just to just to bling it up a bit. And then a note can be handwritten, or you can stamp it. Obviously, you would stamp it before you place it inside. So there's lots of options there. Or, handwriting. A handwritten note is nice too. And then that's a little closure. So, and it says, it's gross. Oh, I was going to explain how to align the dots. So what you do is magnets. So, and this piece is a magnet too. I had to run it through the die machine, like, I think 3 times to really get it separated. But you want the magnetic sheet, magnetic paper, not the magnetic sheet, because the magnetic sheet is too thick. You have to get the packaging that says that it's okay to use it with die cutting machines. It'll say scrapbooking or die cutting machines or something like that. Because the other one will definitely, jack up your machine and dies, I'm pretty sure. So, but this is thin enough. And I said, well, this is thin enough to use on cards. So, what you would do, you would place your magnets, which I cut using this just a little paper punch. That's how thin it is, but it's magnetic. So you're gonna cut 3 pieces. Well, actually 4. One you're gonna attach later on after you position these. So you're gonna put you're gonna place one there, one there, one there, and then you're gonna put the glue, and then you just tap it like that, and that'll put it where it needs to be in order to contact these areas when you close it. And then I don't know if you saw that because I had it. Okay. Anyway, yeah. So and that keeps it closed. In addition to being sure to just burnish down the folds really well before assembling it. Okay, so then on this part here, after these are attached and good and dried and everything, I just decided to add another piece just for additional, connection. So this is the 4th piece, and that's just glued on with a little bit of glue, and then you just you let it dry, and that's your closure. So then it's supposed to stay closed. It'll stay closed. I mean, once you fold it up, because if you mail it, you're gonna fold it up like that, and it'll be everything will be compressed, and then the creases will be deeper, and everything will hold together and stay in place and behave like it's supposed to. But now it's fresh. You know how a newborn baby comes out when the legs and arms all springy and they don't stay in place like this. So, okay, you try to put clothes on them and the arms and legs are springy and bouncing about. Okay, because it's brand new. Okay, so this is brand new, like a baby. This is my newest baby. Oh my god. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, yeah, those legs springy, those springy legs again. Look at that. All right. Okay. But anyway, so I thought it would be simpler to just, give the general idea on how to make it, as opposed to taking the time to assemble it, because there are different. I'm sure there are different ideas that can be applied to this as well. So, oh, I just wanted to also mention I made the bow as well, but I'll do that in a different tutorial. I've been making quite a few bows, and I like these. The technique that I use is good for these like sheer and lightweight ribbons, which I think are really good for paper crafting, because you don't want anything too bulky. I mean, if you're planning to mail it, you don't want like to have to use a box that's so big and bulky, and then you open it up and there's this little card inside. But if that's what it takes, I mean, if that's what you want to do, that's Tabitha Brown says your business. Anyway, yeah, so that's one ribbon. That's another ribbon. That's another ribbon. Even this is the grill grain. That's kind of heavy, but I like it because the design is so cute. The little moons. Good night, moon. Anyway, yeah, that's another video. So yeah, so this is a really cute little card, and it probably looks really cute standing up, but I wouldn't be able to stand it up from this angle. You wouldn't be able to see it like that. But anyway, you get the general idea. I'll take a photo and try to post it somewhere where it can be seen with this video. Maybe I'll edit and put it in. But yeah, that's the different part is I added was just a little peekaboo card on the back. I think that's really a little secret message, right? And then the magnetic closure too. Ooh, it's staying closed, yay! All right, okay, so have a good evening, enjoy the rest of your weekend, and thanks for watching. Bye.